What the f is up? It's my best intro yet. I should just run the video from there. We're going to be talking about the top 5 most surprising good matchups. Now, I know what you're saying. This is the same exact video as last time when we talked about bad matchups. You're wrong, because we're talking about good matchups and not bad matchups. I'm gonna kind of talk more about why the matchup is good as opposed to why the matchup is bad for the other character. So it's gonna be a little bit of a different perspective, and you'll still learn a little bit more about the game. And I learned a lot about you, because I understand that you are a upstanding individual, great citizen of the YouTube community by subscribing to the channel, which you'll be doing now. The video. Wait, Mars is right about CSS. An ESAM video? W. Sounds like a philosopher when he goes into YouTube mode. I do. I sound very smart, don't I? First matchup I want to talk about, I'll try to like sort this from like most surprising to least surprising to most surprising. So if you've been around the scene long enough, you've probably seen this matchup played out in a lot of different ways. But I want to talk about Captain Falcon versus Snake. Oh, he definitely wins this. There's no way he gets cheesed.
Oh, he got him with the
Hell yeah, see? Look at that. This is only 9 months ago, too. This is when Apollo Pocket was in his prime, baby! Snake is a character that excels at keeping characters out. Setting up traps, forcing you to deal with his shenanigans. Captain Falcon is a character that excels at getting in, and doesn't care about what you do. He has a really easy time just kind of setting up versus Snake, who has a really bad disadvantage. If you have a bad disadvantage, more likely than not, Captain Falcon does a really good job against you. And just like from any rogue scramble, because of the way grenades work, if you just give Falcon a little bit of hit stun to work with, he got grabbed at 58 and died. That can just happen to you because you got exposed for pulling a grenade like an idiot. That is the nature of the matchup. What more do I have to say, right? Like, even if you do get the ball rolling with Snake, Falcon has like really good tools. Like his jump is really good and his air drift is good enough to get around all the shenanigans. And even so, like, you should be getting way more per opening with Falcon. He's got ways to deal with Nikita. He's got a really good out of shield game. There's no pressure that like Snake can do that's really all that scary. TLDR, Soul versus Zato. I don't know what that means, Sibo, but that sounds about right because I know Zato camps. One thing that Snake as a character struggles with is getting grabbed. If you're landing grabs versus Snake, you are probably beating him. And Falcon has one of the most preposterous dash grabs in the entire game. See, look at that. Look at all this damage he's taken from just basically one opening, or 2 openings. But the next one can kill him if he plays it wrong. Alright, and that's the matchup. Soul's rushdown / vanilla character. It just works out, huh? Vanilla characters do okay versus Snake. Can Falcon contest Snake high up B? Yes, because first of all, up B, his up B is really good. And again, even if he guesses wrong on an up B, he can drift to safety. And up smash, if you just guess, you're like, oh, you'll probably land on the platform. The up smash either kills at 80 or that's it, or you whiffed and you didn't get punished because it's Falcon up smash and it's unpunishable. So, we're gonna talk about Hero versus Olimar. This is a weird matchup. This is a hard matchup, surprisingly. There's this one clip of Myron dying 3 times in like 2 seconds. It's awesome. So this is a definitely surprisingly bad matchup. You know why? Because you've probably never seen a hero do good in any bracket. If only they were filled with Olimars. You see that funny circle around Hero? Bounce? That's just mad good in the matchup. All of Olimar's smash attacks, his side B, and probably some other moves that I can't think of off the dome, those are considered projectiles. So you lose access to a large chunk of your kit once bounce is active. And that's just awful. That's just mashing is what makes Olimar such a good character, and you can't do that anymore. So another thing that Olimar has trouble with, first of all, disjoints, anything that can kind of outrange him, and active hitboxes. Because you want to fish for trades or outrange Olimar. That's where you're going to make a lot of your wins in neutral, where you're going to get a lot of your damage, and then you can kill him early. Wow, what happened? Why did you get your shield broken by Hatchet Man? We saw it. He plays against this character all the time, and that happened to him. Yeah, Hero having a sword is really nice, having active hitboxes, and like even if you're getting camped by Olimar, you should just get buffs. I was actually going to talk about this too. Kaboom can just proc really early on Pikmin.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
And Kaboom becomes unreactable, and you just explode. Hero bears an hour long. Exactly, yeah. bounce is like the biggest, but then coupled with the small things that like, just you have a sword, you have active hitboxes. Hero is like, he doesn't really excel at anything. He's kind of a good zoner for some reason. Hero has a good time when it comes to like zoning people out. He doesn't have like really good frame data for it, but like, he's got good hitboxes for it. Acceleratl deals with the camping really well. It'll help with edge guards. Side B is just a good move. Again, just flexes his range a little bit more. This character with 30 range attacks is a good zoner for some reason. I don't know why. It's because he's slow. Most zoners have like a little bit of speed or mobility tools, but he only has that in Acceleratl, which he doesn't have all the time. Still on the ban Hero bandwagon. Well, you get banned from tournaments, you hater. Hero rules. Cool character. Great character. Awesome character. A bandwagon, if you will. Ooh. Alright, number 3. Now, we're not going to talk about this one for too long. This isn't a real character. Yeah, apparently this matchup doesn't happen all that often, but I'm fully convinced that this is one of those matchups. Which Brawler kit, though? Probably the cheesy ones. So, Brawler, obviously, he's like a very rush-down, combo-centric character. When you put him against Rob, which is a big body, you're gonna have a field day with these kind of combos. They all kill at like 20 if you get a good string going. Yeah, the kit that you're probably gonna run is the down B that looks like Zero Suit's flip jump because it's just it's just the best down B. And then the side B, you probably just take the command grab one because it's ridiculously broken. Characters that do rush down force you into shield a lot, so you want a command grab. And then the neutral B, I would just take shot put because having a projectile is just nice to have. So the biggest reason why Brawler would do good in this matchup is, like I said, the way the stage list works, it's really good for Brawler. Most of the time, you can just cringe combo someone at like 20% and kill them with the thrust uppercut like super early. I mean, that's honestly the biggest thing, right? It doesn't even matter if you get sent into disadvantage against Rob, as long as you also don't die at a ridiculously early percent, which is pretty avoidable given that like the combo is a little bit more situational. That's like the 0 to deaths for Rob because you need gyro. Having a good rising Ariel in up air and even nair in some cases is really good. It denies Rob just the brain dead nair. We never see this matchup at top level, but that's because no one who respects themselves would play Brawler. Why the hell are we watching this? Dark Wheezy, we're talking about the top 5 most surprising good matchups. And did you know that Brawler beats Rob? Oh, that was awesome how he just got up tilted and deleted. Sam's unrespectable, I guess. Yeah, he plays box Brawler. There's nothing respecting about that. Honestly, what you should have gotten out of this information is out of this matchup knowledge that Sam's a cringe lord. Sam probably just goes Pika against Rob too anyway. Yeah. But also, like, he could probably, like, leave Battlefield open or something if he wanted to. So, these next two, maybe this one you've heard of before. I think I may have touched on it a little bit in my previous video. Oh, damn, he doesn't even go Cloud. That's how you know this matchup's bad. So I looked up a Spargo matchup chart because my chat was saying it and I wasn't really fully sold. But apparently Ridley does really good against Cloud to the point where Spargo won't even do it. Enhanced is probably the second best Cloud, or number 3. He's at least a top 3 Cloud at worst. So we're going to learn today. We're actually going to just watch this, and I want to figure out what exactly makes this matchup kind of hard for Cloud. I imagine that Cloud has a hard time recovering in this matchup. Ridley Nair is just the end-all for some characters. He denies an entire zip code when he's edgeguarding because of his Nair being so ridiculous. I'm assuming when you say Plasma Breath, Neutral B is what you're talking about. But yeah, Neutral B is also like really good against Cloud. If you get hit by one of those fireballs and you don't have a jump, you just die. Like, oh, yep, 2 frame for F-tilt too. Yeah, that entire time Enhanced was just winning and you got gimped. Honestly, if you have a really good gimp game, you probably do well against Cloud. And Ridley, he's got those moves, you know? I'm not as impressed as I'd want to be. I'm not learning a lot. There's nothing screaming at me saying, yes, Ridley beats Cloud. Oh, side B will just, yep. Oh, okay, yeah, side B. If he didn't have limit, he was dead. Okay, so side B should just set up into a kill, is what I'm hearing here. My 3rd set with Spargo this year, I will go Ridley. F it, man, what's the worst that can happen? Dude, I have a really good bracket, Wizzy. Yeah, what I'm learning here is, like, Ridley doesn't even have to play to his strengths. He can just be a cheeseball, which is why he picked the gold alt. Let's play friendlies at SmashCon. I'm super down. That F-tilt is insane! It's free, too. It's so active. Yeah, Jesus. We learn a lot. Hey, the buzz in my chat. Where are the Dandori streams? I can't show you my tech. We're keeping it in the pocket, the buzz. You don't want to know. You lose! You just got sniped. Yeah, this matchup sucks for Cloud. That's crazy. Yep. Yep. And yep. That's exactly what I expected to see in this matchup most of the time. Even if he wasn't at like 150 or 160%, that edgeguard would have played out the exact same. So the last one I want to watch, and the last matchup that will be surprisingly good, and maybe not, but when I think about this matchup, I think it's awful. So when I think about Jigglypuff versus Min Min, I expect Min Min to just mash on this character, to dash attack the landings. This matchup sucks for Min Min. I didn't know that, DeBuzz. And you know what? We'll take it from him. This guy's actually played Min Min. But I fully expect Jigglypuff to just absolutely no shot at getting in. There's no way Jigglypuff can get grabs. There's no way you get hit by a down air or like a falling forward air combo starter. Like in my head, you just get hella zoned. But if you slip up once, it's like a 80% chance that you just get gimped, it seems. Wow, I'm noticing that most of the characters that I picked are just gimp bots. So what happened? How did he die? So he got forward thrown from under the platform, and Justice mashed up B for some reason. It didn't snap ledge, didn't use the jump, tried to up B again, and then just gets cut off. He tried to beam him. That's crazy. Why is like Jigglypuff looks like a fast character right now? Why is it like this? I think Justice is doing a little too much movement. But again, I don't play Min Min, so what do I know? You aren't allowed to make any mistakes versus Puff. Also, Puff's aerials slice through tilts. What? Why? So Puff can just nullify the tilts. So you you either have to stay mobile while you're tilting or do smash attacks in neutral, which is both punishable and put you in, positions where you could die. It's crazy because like it's Jigglypuff, right? Like your character loses to Jigglypuff. That's embarrassing. I'm so good at not dying. Oh, you lose. You have no jump. Goodbye. Rest him. Rest. If Base Mage filmed content, that would have been a rest. Wait, not this specific one. Oh, he's dead. What happened? You went to Lilat, so honestly, shame. You got forward thrown at 20. What? How did he play this wrong? So you arm to try and swat Jigglypuff away. She's covering jump high. Goes low. You are forced to jump at this point. There is no lower you can go. Your jump got stuffed, and your up E got stuffed, so you lose. I'd have been switched off this character. This sounds terrible. This makes me like Jigs more, to be honest. Dude, it's like not close either. This is like a +2. Like, what the hell? I would have never thought this to be the case. But yeah, there you go. Top 5 most surprising good matchups. Who knew? Jigglypuff and Ridley, the stocks are going up. Just kidding. They better hope they don't run into any decent characters. Or else you lose. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.